Good afternoon and welcome to Smooth Jazz with Doug Housemeyer on 88.7 WICR. We have a packed show today. That's the way I like it. There are so many great things going on culturally here in the central Indiana area, and one of those is right here in our own backyard here at the University of Indianapolis. And it's going to be the second annual Trumpet Conference this Saturday and Sunday. Again, on the UIndy campus, featuring Rex Richardson and, get this, Doc Severinsen as well. And joining me in the studio today, Larry Powell, who is adjunct professor of trumpet here at UIndy, and also Dr. Brenda Clark, who is the department chair and associate professor, plus director of the music education programs and music here as well, which makes her a very busy person, that is for sure. Larry, let's start off with you first, as far as to give people some more of your background. You're an adjunct professor here, but
Right.
Tell us about yourself. I believe you're an alum here.
I am. I graduated here in '93, transferred after some time in the Air Force, transferred from the University of Kentucky, and ended up here in Indiana. Finished here at the University of Indianapolis, studied with George Weimer, who was teaching trumpet at the time, and have been here ever since. And then fortunately, in 2006, there was an opening for a trumpet teacher. I was in the right place at the right time, and so I've been on faculty since 2006 now.
What was it like putting together this conference? This is the second annual, so obviously the first one went pretty well.
It did. We didn't know quite what to expect last year as far as numbers, but we put together a really nice lineup last year of artists and clinicians, and had attendance just under 100 for the day. And this year we put together another excellent lineup. Some of you already mentioned Rex Richardson. Of course, Doc Severinsen will be a huge draw. We're looking for, we'll take as many people as we can get really for the conference. So the concert in the evening can only hold 500. But we're hoping to sell the house, obviously, for that evening. But the conference itself, we're looking at, as part of the International Trumpet Guild, this really is a way to serve the trumpet community for trumpet players of all ages and all abilities. And so the invitation is there for beginners, full-time players, part-time players, comeback players, and the invitation also exists for the trumpet players to participate right before the evening concert on Sunday night. Doc Severinsen is going to be conducting a fanfare to open the evening concert. So those trumpet players, if they want to be a part of that, they can download the music from the event registration site, have that prepared, and then they can be a part of that fanfare to open the conference with Doc conducting.
That's going to be pretty dramatic, I would imagine.
We did this at the International Conference back in May in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And there were, I think, well over 300 people, trumpet players, that showed up to be a part of that. And it was spectacular, very memorable experience, and that's one reason we wanted to do that here, was to give people that same kind of experience.
That's Larry Powell, who is adjunct professor of trumpet here at UIndy. Also joining us, Dr. Brenda Clark, the department chair, and it has to be great for the music department here to be able to host this event.
It is very exciting. And in our department, and the university actually is very collaborative, and so we look for opportunities in which to collaborate with other organizations around the city. So in order to help bring this all together, we've collaborated and partnered with Music for All. I'm not sure if they're familiar with their national festival, but that's happening this week. And so they talked with me about bringing their chamber music performance on Saturday night to our hall. And so that happens at 8 o'clock on Saturday night, but also will feature Rex Richardson. He'll be among those chamber music musicians performing as part of that, and then we're holding him over for Sunday. So the collaboration is something that we just do naturally. We do that with a lot of high school ensembles who want to use our space, but demonstrating that education for service motto in those ways is really important to us. And for this opportunity, my background is in music education, and I'm all about reaching out to the area teachers. So they don't especially have to be a trumpet player to attend the conference. They could come away with a lot of professional development that they could take back to their own students and serve them very well. So we're really excited about who we'll see.
Well, when I was growing up, my favorite band was Chicago, and it was because of the brass and
That's right.
trumpets, and especially in that band, I think that caught me, and that's why till today, Beginnings is my favorite all-time song. Like people want to know that out there, but there you go. Beginnings, Chicago, favorite all-time song. Okay, get that. I got to get that out on the air. I don't think I've ever told everybody that going on as well. Tell us about some of the things going on then during the day on Sunday, correct?
Right, Sunday the
Okay.
18th. Things are going to kick off with registration opens at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's, of course, opportunity to register beforehand. People can go to the website events.und.edu/ITG and register. But they can also show up at the conference or at the concerts and buy their tickets and registration there. But at 8 o'clock, registration, and then at 8:30, I will actually start the clinic sessions with a group warm-up. And again, anybody who wants to be a part of that can show up with their instrument. In fact, the entire day, people are encouraged to bring their instruments with them. This is not just to sit back and watch and listen, which people are, of course, invited to do, but we're really inviting people to participate as much as possible. So I'll start with a group warm-up that will hopefully get people excited about the rest of the day. And they'll have opportunities between all of the sessions. We've got quite a few exhibitors with a lot of instruments, a lot of really terrific accessories and instruments that are going to be out for people to trial. And Brenda, would you like to talk about the next session or some of the other sessions that we've got?
Well, Doc Severinson's session is at 1 o'clock, and he will be accompanied by Kathy Leach. She was the president of the umbrella ITG organization, and so she'll be representing that organization, but also be present at the conference. And so, and one thing that we're really appreciative of our artists is that they're all very approachable. So even if they're not giving a session, they'll be around. You know, you can do lots of picture opportunities and things like that, but just lots of interaction. They love to do that with their our contingency. So whatever questions you have, and there's no stupid question or, you know, that sort of thing. And
Right.
I consider myself a comeback player. You know, doing administrative work and that sort of thing doesn't afford me the time that I would like to be able to practice and keep my skills up, but I still try. And so, you know, if you're among that group, I will be with you. But I appreciate all of that, the interaction that it helps our students especially realize that they're people just like us, you know, and what our students, I hope, will come away with is what those folks had to do to reach the level of playing that they're at, and to maintain that.
Well, those people who have not been to UIndy, it's not a small campus, but it's very condensed and easy to everything. I think most of what you have going on is either at the Crystal DeHaan Fine Arts Center and maybe Schweitzer Center.
That's correct.
Well.
All of the conference sessions and exhibits will happen in Schweitzer Center. Both the Saturday night concert and the Sunday evening concert will take place in Crystal DeHaan in the Ruth Lilly Performance Hall.
Yeah.
And I don't want to forget the other artists that are going to be there on Sunday. Rob Parton is a terrific lead player, commercial player, living in Columbus, Ohio. He's one of the clinicians who will be leading a clinic on what it's like to be a lead trumpet player. Scott Belk teaches at the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music, another very fine trumpet player, lead player, commercial player, who also has written some books recently on flexibilities, lip slurs for the trumpet players out there. And Fred Powell, who's no relation to me, but Fred is a trumpet maker who lives up in the northern part of Indiana. He's going to be presenting a session on or myth or magic, kind of to dispel some of the myths about horns and the magic mouthpiece that we're always, the holy grail mouthpiece that we're always seeking out. So all of those clinicians together are going to provide a really diverse view of trumpet. I think something for everybody to come and listen to and participate in those sessions. And the evening, I don't want to forget, Brenda had mentioned collaboration, of course, with Music for All, but the Indiana Wind Symphony is another local group that we're very happy to partner with on this conference. And Charlie Conrad, the director of the group, was more than agreeable to have this opportunity. And so they are going to be providing the support musically on Sunday evening for Rex Richardson and Doc Severinson. And that's just going to be a terrific concert. There's
Yeah.
a lot of really fine music on that evening concert. I think people are going to just have a terrific time. And that concert on Sunday evening, it's an early concert. 6:30 p.m. is the start for that Sunday evening concert.
Yep, plenty of free and easy parking here, by the way, on the campus. It's also a great time to come because of spring break. There are even less cars on campus.
Right.
So you can, go basically drive right up to either of those great venues we have here on the campus of the University of Indianapolis and enjoy that as well. Doc Severinsen, I believe, is 90.
He turned 90 last year.
Unbelievable.
He's actually closer to 91 than 90.
Well, that'll be awesome. Well, it sounds like a great, great couple of days here at UIndy, and we invite people. It's a beautiful campus, and especially if the weather's nice, walk around the campus some, enjoy that, and enjoy all that's going on with the second annual Trumpet Conference, again, this Saturday and Sunday here on the campus of the University of Indianapolis. Tickets and costs, how do people get involved with that?
Tickets for general admission are $15, and then preferred seating is $25.
Mhm.
And quite honestly, there's not a bad seat in the house.
True.
The acoustics are just pristine,
Mm-hmm.
and so you'll enjoy it from wherever you find yourself.
Terrific,
seated.
terrific. So again, that's this Saturday and Sunday here on the campus of the University of Indianapolis. I want to thank Larry, also Dr. Brenda Clark. Thanks for both of you coming,
welcome.
and have a great couple of days. I know it's going to be just a fascinating time for all people, and so show up and just enjoy.
All right, thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, thanks.